What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Kevin Prolix TV. And boy, do I got one for you. Wife is going to cheat on me. What do I do? Leave. Anyway, my wife says she is going to stay with her friend for a weekend, 45-minute drive away. And from some internet search history, I realized she is planning to cheat on me. What do I do now? A few pointers before to set some context. 1, we have an arranged marriage, Indian couple living in the US, but have dated long distance for 6 months before the marriage. 2, she used to claim before our marriage that her ex-boyfriend cheated on her, but after marriage, I realized she was the one that cheated. We had a big fight about this, and she begged and cried that she was a different person then, and she loves me and will never do that to me, specifically given we are married. Okay. 3, many months after we moved in together, I found out some text between her and her friend where she talked about having a crush on a guy and he almost tried to kiss, but she leaned away. I confronted after reading the message. We had a big fight and she cried and said that she just had a crush but would never act on it. It took me time, but I forgave her. Why? We are married for around 2 years, and she is a very loving person in general. She adores me and does a lot for me. But I think cheating is a weakness that she wants to overcome but keeps relapsing. I am very clear from my side that if she does cheat on me, I will not stay with her. 2 weeks ago, she went to a small concert with a girl who was our neighbor. I had a game that day, so I couldn't make it. But thinking back, she kind of didn't want me to make it. Maybe. Fast forward to now, she wants to spend some time with this friend who was going to a different city soon. So she went to stay overnight tomorrow, and she would stay tomorrow with her and come back Saturday. I was completely fine with it, but today I found her internet search history and some chat GPT questions. I think this is odd. Where she asks about disabling location updates on her Google Maps and GPT questions on sending 30 messages to someone. She definitely didn't send me anything, 30 in the last few days. I also saw a ChatGPT question on thinking about a concert in a flirty way. What the hell? Based on this, I am pretty sure she is planning on cheating with someone. She has been distant today since evening, and I think she is a little anxious now. I have pickleball games tomorrow, and in hindsight, she was very curious about the timings. I plan to follow her. Her phone is in my Find My network, and I don't think she knows about it. But what can I do about this? I am conflicted that if I confront her now, that my whole life will be on the fence about her infidelity and keep second-guessing everything that goes with it. But if I let her go ahead with it, then there's no coming back from this and the relationship is over. Any advice? Update. I confronted her this morning, so I couldn't really sleep at night. All I wanted was for her to reach for her phone and see what was going on. I didn't really like the idea of following her around all night like a creep. There was a chance I'd get made, and also I didn't feel the odds of me being able to actually record them in a compromising position are high. But I felt that if I took her at her phone openly, then she will know I'm suspicious and be extra careful or call it off, which is just kicking the ball further at this point. Morning after we woke up, I tried to be careful with her, and there was a time when she left her phone on the table near the bathroom while she was in the kitchen. So I tried to sneak inside the bathroom with her phone. The moment I locked the door, she came running and asked me to open the door and grabbed her phone. At this point, I realized the element of surprise has passed, so I directly confronted her. I got very angry and asked loudly to explain what she is up to. She was very taken aback and said, "There's nothing." I snatched her phone and asked her to check and asked if I can check it. She said no. After a bit of back and forth, she admitted to having a crush on someone. The moment I heard that, I took my wallet and phone and reached for the door. She tried to stop me very hard, but I managed to get out and my shirt tore in the process. I took the car and drove away, only to realize that her phone was in my pocket. So I checked battery usage to see what app she was using most. Instagram. She was using vanish mode to text the person, so I couldn't read anything except for a message that he happened to send in the exact moment asking if she was fine. I think she texted him from her laptop. At this point, I didn't have any evidence, so I decided to create a group chat with her and our parents, and added pretty much everything that I wrote above. Her parents are very nice people and adore me. They called me back, and they are very shocked. They didn't even know what to say, but they assured that they'll support whatever I decide and requested I give it some time before making a decision. I respect them enough to give them that. But the first person to call after my message was my dad. He too had a similar reaction, but told me to go back home and calm down. He even talked to her later and calmed her down. Funnily, on the way back home, there were 4 cop cars outside, so I drove around and told my dad that my wife might have called them. Turned out to be a false alert. You need to remember that since her phone was with me, she wasn't aware that I had involved our parents. But once I told her, she was in denial. She simply couldn't accept her parents now know everything she had done and that they can never see her the same way again. This was the first time I felt she realized the extent of the damage of her actions. She was in denial for a while, asking me not to tell them. But when they finally talked to her and forced her to explain what she was doing, it finally hit her that it's already done. Currently, our parents are having anxiety, and I had yesterday. But now I finally feel a little relieved and found my appetite in sleep. Feels like a weight has been lifted off me, but nothing is done yet. I'm waiting for things to calm down before we discuss on how to proceed, like they requested. End. Wow, buddy. Oh, man. Okay. So, what do we learn? They got an arranged marriage. They were in a long-distance relationship before then. He found out that she was cheating on her ex before. Oh, man. All right. I don't know how all arranged marriages work, but who knows? If there's no love and there's only a commitment through the arrangement, who knows? Maybe you could figure out a deal. All right. You want to go see these people? All right. I'm going to go see these people. But you better make sure you keep that over there and I'll keep this over here and don't bring back no problems, right? Now they got 2 families. Anyway, that sounds way too confusing. But let's see some comments. Someone says, get her a gift wrap pack of condoms with a card that just reads, safety first, and put it in the right top of her luggage. As soon as she leaves, block her and turn off your own location. That's a good one. Someone says, easy. Tell her you know she is going to cheat, and if she goes with her, tell her her shit will be in the yard and locks will be changed and divorce papers ready. Bingo. Unless there was an angle of at-fault divorce, cheating or planning to cheat are the same thing. Brother, I wouldn't confront her yet and just some proof and meet with a lawyer. I don't have any specific legal advice to give, but you need to talk. DM me. Someone else says, hide a GPS and a VAR in her car tomorrow. That will tell you where she's at and maybe what's going on. How does your culture handle divorce? OP says, she is taking an Uber, doesn't have a car. Oh, man. Someone says, you should hire a PI. Another person says, if she is already planning to cheat, then the marriage is already over. Right? Another person says, definitely don't confront her. Follow her. Take some friends with you. You will need a witness and someone to calm you down so you don't do anything stupid. Record the confrontation too. You don't know how she will spin the situation. Another person says, in your situation, I would not say anything. But 1, I would completely lie, but know what info they need to spin. 2, simply try to get betrayed to work on the marriage with no good terms. That is a non-negotiable for them. So the only pathway to obtain evidence that she cheated is a while away. Is it possible that she's exploring bisexuality? That is an idea. Another person says, if she is going to cheat, confront her beforehand. Maybe they only forestall the inevitable. It's going to happen one way or another. Someone else says, here we go. Serial cheating is not a weakness. It's a character flaw, and it should be a deal breaker. Make copies of everything you have found thus far. Definitely hire a PI to follow her. Another person says, if she has cheated before, she will cheat again. No matter how kind-hearted she seems on the outside, she has an evil streak and doesn't care about crushing your soul for the purpose of a good time in someone else's bed. And boom. I think we heard enough. So what do y'all feel about this? Give me some comments below. How would you feel? Is this guy cooked or what? Anybody, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit me in the description box with a super chat. And I will see you later. Peace.